All right, here we are with another episode of the Slack Doctors. I am Dr. Chip.
I am Dr. Bob.
And if you watched our last episode, you saw Dr. Bob get about his most flustered and frustrated I think I've seen him in quite some time. And he compared our last session with going to the dentist afterwards on the phone with me. And I got to tell you, I was just at the dentist 2 days ago. And I will sit through 3 hours of gremlin chasing before I have to go back to that frickin' dentist again, which unfortunately I got to go back in about a month. So, yeah, sorry that your day was so rudely, but yeah, it wasn't exactly dentist bad.
I was a little afraid by the end of the episode. And what's funny, too, is that in my anger, I said something along the lines of, great, so we're going to have like 26 minutes. And I think I was only off by like 3 minutes. It was a very short one.
Right.
Now, in contrast,
I should have finished
episode that I
you.
missed, the episode that I missed on account of illness, might end up being like the lost archived episode. I don't know what you must have talked about or shown, but my God, the file size is enormous.
Yeah,
it cannot be uploaded.
We ran a bunch of clips. I don't know if that's the problem or what. Maybe we can edit out some of the clips or something if we have to.
I looked at it and realized I have fairly good video games that have smaller, less amount of gigabytes.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's weird.
Not Baldur's Gate. That thing's a monster.
That's true. That one is pretty crazy.
I think it's up to 140 or 150 at this point.
You know, it's funny you
should all the extras.
You should mention that game because I was just watching a thing about London Bridge. And basically, I guess London Bridge was really just like in that stupid game. It was all like buildings and you know, like apparently they could pass cups of tea between, you know, from one side to the other because the windows were so, you know, closed.
Walkways and catwalks.
Yeah. Apparently it was very close to exactly that, you know, much longer, obviously, but very similar to what that bridge in that. But anyway, yeah. So the one thing I wanted to get right out of the way is whoever is trying to log into my Facebook account, feel free to contact me. I'll give you the authorization code that they sent me in my unsolicited email. Just let me download all the pictures and the videos, and you can have it. You can have the account, and you can do whatever you want with it. Just get in touch with me. I'll give you the authorization code. I don't know why you're trying to get onto my Facebook page, but have at it. I don't get it. And then one of the things, actually, I did want you to read, if you haven't brought it up, is that email I sent you with the X is pissed off at me again. Did I send you that one?
Yeah. I was wondering if you were going to bring that up and if you wanted to air that or not, but it might require some editing on our part, or YouTube might strike it down for the same thing.
I forget what it even was that I said that was so bad. Oh, it was the R word or the F word or something?
It was the F word, also meaning a bundle of sticks. I assure you that's the word that got it flagged.
But it also means cigarette, right? Yeah, the F word that also means cigarette.
Right, yep.
And the only reason I even use that word is it rhymed. I forget the context of it, but it was, and not rhymed. What's it called when they rhyme with the first letter, not the end? But yeah, it was kind of
consonants.
Yeah, whatever from they all started with F, all the words, or a couple of words in a row, whatever. I don't know.
It's either consonants or alliteration. I can't remember. One of those two literary techniques.
That's the only reason I even use that word is because it rhymed, kind of. You know, it sounded musical. Yeah, it's silly.
Right. But, Crosby, Stills, and Nash did that with that song "Helplessly Hoping."
Exactly.
Every stanza of that song is an example of that technique.
We've had that discussion before. I remember it vividly. Yeah, but I these social media things are these people are insane. You can tell so many of these people are bots. And then, and now it's like, I don't know. You know who Matt Walsh is?
Oh, yeah.
He's apparently taken a 180 on everything. Now, apparently he's back. He's now in the camp of like the Dave Smiths and the Tucker and Candace. And he was in the place he works, I guess, is certainly in the other camp of Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro and all those guys. That could be one of the civil wars right there. That both sides of the Republicans going after
one of the posts that you tried to send me. Apparently, I have to create an X account. Like I'm not on X, but I'm still able to view these things.
I'm not really either. You should be able. I'm on a free account. I don't give them any money or do anything.
But you did no. I know it's a free account, but you did create an account. My point is, I never created an account.
No.
Anyway, something that you sent me said adults only or something, and it wouldn't let me view it unless I logged in with Google or
Really?
logged into X. Yeah.
I was just pulling them up here before we started. I didn't have that problem. That's interesting. Oh, I guess because I'm red. Yeah, I don't. And oddly enough, you can get just straight up hardcore porn on X if you look for it. I mean, it's there.
Yeah. Well, I just
that's not
recently
what I sent
watched.
You, though. That's very strange.
No, I just recently watched a YouTube video concerning that. It had something to do with people using Grok AI to generate pornographic images.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Basically, uploading a picture. Yeah, and instead of like outlawing it, they just put it behind a paywall. So like you can't do that anymore for free. But if you're willing to give us $9 a month, you can pretty much generate whatever you want.
It's almost worth it to see Nurse Becca in a porno. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hello, nurse.
Anyway, all right. So I
got good medicated before today's episode in preparation for anticipation of any gremlins that might occur. So
and look how it worked out better. We got your mic working. You can hear us. You can't hear yourself, but most everything's working. But do you want to play?
I can live with it.
You're right. You want to play some? Didn't you have some video you want to play, or you want to go to the phones first?
We can do the phones, but before we do that, it's kind of a news nugget. I wasn't sure if you'd heard about this or not, but apparently, not only is the world on fire with war, but did you hear about the uprising or an outbreak of polio? The CDC raised it to a level 2 travel alert for like 32 different countries.
Come on.
Right here, I'll show you.
Oh, I don't doubt you, but it's just, come on, man. It's they already almost kind of proved that the polio was DDT. It wasn't. Here.
Let's see. Travel warning due to polio spreading in 32 countries worldwide as cases of polio virus continue to rise. And then we get a list of the countries down here. Now, a lot of them are Middle East and North Africa. But then there's a couple of European ones tossed in there. Finland, Germany, Israel, of course, which is not European, but
this is the stupidest thing.
Even as far as Papua New Guinea, Poland, Spain. I wonder why Spain is highlighted in the UK as far as Europe goes. But I don't, having read the entire article, I'm not sure what they consider a significant increase in the cases of polio in those areas, nor am I aware of what the different, like say they've raised it to a level 2. I don't know what a level 1 is, and I don't know how many levels there are.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't buy it, man. I was. Oh, we should mention it is nice and March balmy down here in Florida. So apparently we sent each other a memo and wore the same colors.
Yeah. It was like it's 84 degrees today. I don't normally. It's one of those like real thin sun shirts.
It's almost hot down here. But the polio thing, I'm almost was convinced this. It was really once they got rid of the DDT, the polio disappeared. It wasn't really so much the vaccines per se, but I don't know. Who knows? This seems kind of made up to me. I don't know. I think we'd have heard something from somebody else before. The same people that came up with COVID. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I'm not buying it this time right off the bat.
Yeah, I wasn't saying to buy it. I'm just saying it's in the news.
I get it. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about polio.
All right, we want to work our way through some of these voicemails?
Absolutely. Let's see what we got.
Okay, well, it is only 6 or 7 rings. It's not that bad, but you are still saying the sloth doctors.
I'd like to note that I have changed that, actually. So,
oh, good.
We'll continue.
But I was calling to talk about, on X, I'm in a debate about glyphosate, or however you say it, and they're saying to ban it and this and that, and I agree, but I'm also saying that's not enough. We have to just stop buying it. Buying product. Originally, it was about Bayer. I didn't even know it was about glyphosate. I thought it was about aspirin. But these people are all jumping down my throat about how, oh, no, we got to do this, got to do that. And here's the thing. My mom used to spray that stuff round up around her yard, literally like it was water, and she didn't die of cancer. She died of Alzheimer's from taking statins. So, it's all just a matter of pick your poison. So there we go. Discuss.
All right.
Yeah, I think I made the point on the message, but yeah, it's like everybody's worried about this glyphosate, and my mom bathed in that stuff. She used to spray that stuff around all the time, and she never. I got cancer.
Well, the problem
she
with
didn't.
simply boycotting it on a price level is that essentially the only way to do that would be to buy imported flour from Europe, which is prohibitively expensive for most people, or simply avoid and eschew all baked goods completely.
No, there's got to be people in this country that don't use it. I mean, but yes, it would be boutique,
there might be.
expensive. Yeah, I'm sure there are, but
not
yeah.
in significant enough numbers to make it,
No, not for everybody. No, and it would be expensive. And I mean, unless unless everybody stopped buying it exclusively, that they use the glyphosate and say, look, you guys got to just either do it the right way or we're not going to buy it. Sooner or later, they will comply with what the customers want. That's how the free market works. I mean, if in fact
it would
it
have
is
to
a
be
free
phased
market.
in. There's no way they could just just let every crop be destroyed all at once and then start all over again from. Plus, who knows how much contamination is already in those fields? It's not like you can just start.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they have to. All they have to do is just stop using it. Sooner or later, it'll go away. I mean, but still, I mean, the point being, you got to pick your poison. I mean, it's clearly not that bad. My mom can practically bathe in it, and that wasn't what killed her. It was the statins. It was the legal drugs that nobody needs that the doctors are pushing on you. So it's kind of like
Was it Bukowski who said that the secret to life is finding something you love, something you completely love, and then letting it kill you?
Yeah, that will eventually kill you. Yeah, absolutely.
It's the ultimate pick your poison.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Anyway, so on to the next.
All right, we'll go on to the next.
All right. First of all, it still says sloth doctor. All right. So here's some topics to talk about. First of all, do the Cubans that tried to self-deport back to Cuba and got themselves shot up in that boat, do they still get the $1,000? Because there's 10 guys in that boat. That's 10 grand. I mean, we could claim it. Anyway, next.
All right. Do we want to pause and talk about that?
Sure. I mean,
Now,
I think the joke has been told, but
obviously they were in the boat, but did they tell anybody they were getting in the boat? I'm sure a lot of the self-deportation has to involve, letting them know you're leaving.
yeah, I don't know. Who says? I don't know.
Well, I've never read the statute.
I give an E for
Who
effort.
knows?
I give an E for effort. And I see why did you see what they had on that boat?
No.
Oh my God, dude. The Cubans laid it all out in a room. And I see why they opened fire. They had no choice. There was no way the Cubans were going to, as soon as they stopped that boat and saw what they had on the boat, it was like, oh, you guys are going to jail forever and ever. I mean, they had those giant, 50 cal sniper rifles, LMGs,
the Barretts.
Tons of, Molotov cocktails, grenades, bulletproof vests, ammo, shotgun. I mean, they had everything. They had every form of small arm I think you could possibly have. They had it on that freaking boat. They were going there to start some shit. Like I said, I actually said a couple of episodes ago, I was like, look, if we ever tried to sneak into Cuba right now, we would have to SEAL Team 6 it in there with scuba gear and in the middle of the night. And because you ain't getting close to that island right now. There's no way. These guys were idiots. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, somebody should get $1,000 a piece for them. They self-deported.
Yeah, that's true. Technically, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Anyway. All right.
Sally forth.
The State of the Union speech seems to me like the Democrats lost at the worst game of Simon Says ever. Anyway, next. At said State of the Union, Donald Trump suggested some new fund from the government where you put money in, the government matches it, and it's somehow run through Wall Street and the stock market. Now, if Nancy Pelosi is running this fund, I'm in. Otherwise, I'm out. Next.
Yeah, I thought we talked about that already.
I don't remember talking about that.
I might have mentioned it. I might have brought it up without listening to the. But yeah, I thought we talked about that. But yeah, there's some. Yeah, I think I brought it up about some retirement fund where you put in like $1,000 and the government matches it, and somehow it's linked. It's linked to Wall Street or something like that.
And then what is that?
Horrible
Then
idea.
it gets handed off to a hedge fund or something? Like, what's
I don't know. It's a horrible idea because as soon as the stock market tanks once, all your money's gone. So then you got to start all over. So I don't see how that doesn't go south real quick. But anyway. And then what was the thing before that? The Simon Says joke. That I think I've used that before. I think that's my standard State of the Union joke because every year it's just one side standing up or the other side standing up. You know what I mean? It's like, you guys, this is the craziest game of Simon Says I've ever seen in my life. But anyway, all right.
Continuing.
Let's talk palm pistols.
Oh yeah.
Next.
All right. I can't. Yeah. Are you saying palm pistols?
Yes,
Like
I'm
a pistol
saying
you hold in your
palm,
palm?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. And truthfully,
What brings this up?
well, if we could play the video, I sent you a video that shows the guy, and man, I'm telling you, first of all, it looks like there is something sticking out between his finger like that, where he would have the gun. I mean, it's pretty faint, but you can see something there. All right. Now the thing is, when you hear the bang or when the bang goes off, this camera angle is looking right at it. So it's kind of like, I don't know. You'd see something. You'd see a flash or something, you would think, if the camera's looking right at it. But maybe the FPS frames per second isn't fast enough and possibly. But the point I did want to make was, how would he make that good of a shot with a palm pistol?
This was okay. All right. I literally just went searching for it. This is the age-restricted adult content thing that you tried to send me.
Okay.
Might
that
not be
makes
appropriate
sense.
to view this
That makes
media.
sense,
You need
'cause
to
it showed him
log
getting
into
shot.
X. Yep.
Yeah. That makes sense now. But anyway, so it's a video of just slowing it down and showing everything that happened, yada, yada, yada. But that's my question. Like, all right, so say this guy had a little palm pistol. I mean, he's 10, 12, 15 foot away at least, right? How accurate can a palm pistol possibly be? Shot from the, not even lined up like aimed, but like kind of shot from the hip. All right, so here's my theory. And this is rabbit hole, deep dive shit going on. How about if I don't know if you heard the other thing too, but did you realize they had an event the next day for Charlie Kirk and he had absolutely no security planned?
No.
Yeah, they didn't bother. Which that in itself is very strange. But anyway, but here's my theory. Let's say somebody that runs things tells these Israeli security guys, they go, look, we want you to do the security on this one day because we got this thing planned. We're going to plan a fake attempt on Charlie Kirk's life. Right? We're going to pretend like somebody's trying to kill him, make it look like a fake, so gin up some emotion about it. It makes sense. Okay. And here's the thing. We're going to give you this palm pistol. All right? And when the time comes, you shoot this palm pistol off. It's going to make a noise. It's going to look like, maybe you did it or tried to do it or something like that or whatever. We'll cover for you, though. Don't worry about it. And if you watch the video, if this guy shoots off the palm pistol, which it kind of looks like he does, he looks as surprised as anybody that Charlie Kirk got shot. So what if he was like, all right, I shot off the pistol and like, holy shit, somebody did just shoot him. You know what I mean? And then
yeah. No, I haven't seen the video though. So,
but if you look at that guy's face, I mean, it would be explained either way, even if he had nothing to do with it. The look of shock on his face would be the same. But if he was supposed to pretend to be shooting at him and all of a sudden he gets shot, holy shit, wait a minute, that wasn't supposed to happen. And if you notice, after he gets shot, nobody expects another shot. Nobody's covering or looking around. Everybody just goes and tries to take care of Charlie, which is another odd thing somebody pointed out to me. I was like, oh, yeah, that is kind of odd. And that one guy that says he left, he said because he didn't know if there's going to be more shots or if there's going to be multiple shooters or whatever. But nobody tries to cover Charlie and get over on top of him or anything like that. They all just start working on him and moving stuff, which is weird enough too. So I don't know. The whole thing is just, One thing I know for sure is it certainly wasn't Tyler Robinson. That's the only thing I'm pretty sure I know about the Charlie Kirk thing. And apparently Erica Kirk's not doing that well either. Have you seen any of the Candace Owen stuff?
No, but I've seen some memes and stuff that kind of clued me in.
She had a 6-episode series about this chick. 6 episodes of it. I mean, there's so much fucking. She dug so much shit up on this chick. She's lying about her. She's lying about all kinds of stuff. She lied about graduating cum laude or whatever the hell it's called. She lied about not dating people in certain times. She's lied about so much stuff. It's just like it's not looking good for her. And if you notice, she hasn't said anything to anybody in like a week or two. Like they've pretty much figured out. Yeah, maybe you should just shut up. Stop. You've got, quit digging. When you can't get out of a hole, quit digging. Anyway. And then I don't know if you saw our favorite dog killer got canned.
Oh, Hassan?
No. You haven't heard Kristi Noem is fired?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, she's done. She's fired. She's out. Dude, what do you live in a cave? What the hell's going on? What are you doing?
Apparently.
I'm surprised South Park hasn't done an episode on it yet. No, it just happened the other day. That's funny. But yeah, she's out. They were grilling her. They were grilling her hard in the Senate, man. She was getting some questions just like, what the hell are you doing? Like she's flying around on jets with like I don't know, just wasting money all over the place. They're like, hey, you can't do that stuff. That's it.
It wasn't Patel basically doing the same thing?
Yes, he is. He is doing exactly. And that's one of the things
Did you him dancing with the hockey team?
Yeah, well, one of the things I sent you was Tim Dillon on that. And he's basically, I don't know if I don't want to ruin it in case you find it, but I think the title of it was something like So Good or something like that. But yeah, it's Tim Dillon just lambasting Kash Patel. It's great. Anyway, you want to play another voicemail while you look for that, or can you do the same thing?
No, I found it.
Okay, this is good.
Yeah, it's titled "Friend of the Show, Kash Patel." All right, here we go.
Talking about Kash Patel. He's not running the FBI at all.
FBI Director Kash Patel has shamelessly exploited the FBI's private government jet, including a golf getaway in Scotland and a trip to watch his girlfriend perform a wrestling match. His girlfriend.
All right, wait a minute. I thought his girlfriend was a country western singer.
She is.
I can see how there could be some crossover in the Venn diagram of country western singers and professional wrestlers.
Perform a wrestling match.
Savannah Guthrie better hope her mother is being held at a golf course. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is, make this bigger. Savannah Guthrie's mother is in a shed. Do you think he thought Savannah Guthrie's mother was in the locker room? He's gallivanting all over the globe on taxpayer money. Where's Savannah Guthrie's fucking mother? She better hope her mother is being held where Kash Patel is going to see his girlfriend do backyard wrestling on government money. And they told him he could do this, by the way. They said,
notice how every time he's being questioned or anything, his eyes are bugging out of his head. But when he's, in a good mood and happy and dancing with the hockey guys, he almost looks normal.
You just jet set around the globe and act like an idiot because you're not allowed to run the FBI. You're not handling the Epstein files. You're not handling any of this shit.
Yeah.
No way that's real.
You got time.
I'm guessing this is a Japanese guy going to China to check it out.
Yeah, they've actually already showed it, but he shows it again at the end. Yeah, see, look at this.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cyberpunk.
And it's Blade Runner. Anyway, that's about it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could. Did you know we're in Guatemala now too? Did you hear about that?
I thought it was Ecuador,
Oh, maybe it is. I don't know.
but it
Somewhere
was
down there.
But it was like a joint Ecuadorian U.S.
Dude, it's so stupid. It's just legalize drugs. And if there's still bad guys left, go get them if you want, whatever. But just legalize the drugs. That'll defund all the cartels that you claim you're at war with. It's so stupid, man. It's just, it's funny. I think it was some meme or something. It was basically saying that only 20% of the population can actually critically think. And if that's the case, we're pretty screwed. I mean, it's just not, democracy can't work if that's the case. It's not feasible. But, yeah, I don't know. And then the other thing what was I just talking about? Oh, yeah, in the stupid, dude, all over X, everybody and their mother says, you got to pass the SAVE Act. And, it's everybody wants it done. You got to do it. And it's like so stupid. It's like, no, this is unconstitutional. It's stupid. Makes the elections easy to hack. Thiel's going to install his wife, J.D. Vance. It's so ridiculous. And then, I don't know did you just see that, I guess the SAVE Act has like 5 things. One of them is show an ID, whatever, which is your state's problem, not the federal government's problem. But one of them, I guess, was no more trans surgery or something like that for kids under 18. And apparently there's a big hubbubaloo about the fact that it just recently changed to no trans surgeries under 18 without permission from the parents, which apparently has got, Trumpsters all up in arm. They are not happy about that at all. And so, you got to...
I would have thought that permission from the parents would have been a bare minimum, regardless if somebody's under
apparently
18.
Not. Apparently some places, I mean, you heard about out in California, they're doing crazy shit. Like there were rules at the schools where they couldn't tell the parents if their kids were thinking of... they made some wacko rules out in California and some other... some of these other progressive places that are just like, what? That's just insane. But yeah.
I would hope that performing elective surgery of any kind on somebody who is a legal minor without the consent or knowledge of their parents would get you to lose your medical license.
Well, and here's the problem, though. The kids that, are getting these procedures that young, their parents are encouraging it. It's not, that's not a gateway that's hard to get through. If you're some kid and if you got the right parents, you could just happen to say one day, like, I'm feeling a little feminine. Oh, you're a girl. You're going to be a girl now. We're buying you dresses. You're going to start taking the hormones. You're having surgery or whatever, and they literally just go insane about it. Apparently some of them, and it's like, hey, settle down. Let the kid decide for himself, like give him at least till he's 18 or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you got to think about it. I mean,
no tattoos.
Well, I was just going to say there are
draw
parents,
the line somewhere.
Well, there are parents that are okay with kids getting tattoos. I was just watching some comedian that was talking about some tattoo artist in New York that he got a tattoo from when he was like 15. And they, cash only, but he could go and get tattoos at like 15, 16 years old. So apparently it happens. It's not, I would think somebody would go, hey, no. You're too young. Come back in 2 years and we'll give you a tattoo. But no, there are people that are like, yeah, you got the cash? What do you want? No regrets?
Yeah.
Or whatever that. It's insane. I don't know. It's funny. I feel like an anomaly, the fact that I don't have a single tattoo. It's like I'm literally.
Yeah, that is strange. Actually.
I know. It's like,
I don't have a bunch of them or a sleeve,
right.
But I got a couple.
Right. All right. I've never even. I came close once. I was at a bachelor party in Atlanta, and we were all going to go get a tattoo, and luckily the tattoo shop was closed, so we never got anything. But yeah, that was about as close as I ever got. We were all pretty drunk too. I have no idea what I would have gotten. But yeah, we're going to war all over the place. I don't know if you've seen. I guess they're censoring the hell out of anything coming out of Israel because I think Israel's getting pounded They're getting.
Actually saw a clip where, and I want to say it was CNN, where the reporter said the quiet part out loud and literally said, Israel will not allow us to show, or we're not allowed to show, and it was some missile.
It's funny too, because the small bit of footage that I have seen is like people standing on a balcony, just taking film like there's nothing going on. Rockets, fly over their heads, land fairly closely. I'm like, maybe they're just cameras set up without somebody manning them or something like that. But otherwise, I'd be like, you couldn't pay me enough to stand out there with a camera. That's insane. There's rockets coming out of the sky. I'm not standing out there. I'm going to be in a shelter somewhere. Anyway.
A lot of the news that I see about these missile barrages now is starting to focus on the economic situation.
Oh, yeah.
And the disparity between the price of these interceptors and Patriot missiles that the Israelis and the United States are using versus sometimes $20,000, $30,000 to $40,000, $50,000 drones mixed in with cluster bombs. And so every time they do intercept something, it's costing more money to stop the missiles than it's costing Iran to launch them.
Not only that, we're running out. And Iran's been
Iran's
been saving them up for like 40, 50 years now. They've and they were like, "Oh, we blew up all their." Yeah, no, you didn't blow up. You blew up some of it. I mean, Iran is going to end up being like the Russia of World War II. Like, we killed so many of them, and we blew up so many of their missiles, but they still got more. They just still keep coming with more. And that's going to be especially with the missiles, man. They've been stockpiling missiles for decades and decades waiting for this. They knew this was coming. I mean, they could read the writing on the wall. Who couldn't,
Yeah.
And they keep showing these pictures of these old guys that they killed. They're like, yeah, those guys are standing there going like, yeah, take me first. That's gonna help us. That's gonna rally the young people into, that's what they want. They want to be martyrs. It's, and then these guys making a big deal like, yeah, we killed this old guy. Yeah, he's probably looking for a missile to stand in front of, Crazy. Anyway. So what else is going on? Anything other than war and destruction and...
That's all I see on my timeline. Everything I click on is
Daylight
something
savings.
related to either, Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Israel.
Oh, actually, did you hear Dave Smith is quitting the Legion of Skanks?
No.
Yeah. Apparently he's just too busy. He's gotten too busy with his political career to be that much of a comedian anymore. But, I'm sure he's still going to do stand-up, but at the same time, he's so busy debating people and going on Piers Morgan and doing his show and apparently his shows.
I did just see a recent clip of him on Piers Morgan's show.
Oh yeah, he's on there all the time. And dude, that's gold because that's his format. You cannot beat that guy in a screaming match of debate. He eviscerates them. Every one of them. It's just hilarious to watch. It's amazing. These people leave this show just going like, what the hell did I go on that show for? That was a bad idea. It's crazy. And England is, I don't know, they got their own special problems over there. I don't know, Europe is screwed, dude. It's funny, I was thinking about, yesterday or today, I was thinking about the fact that how anybody in Europe, or in America for that matter, because how any of these people can claim any kind of racial purity is just so absolutely insane. Anybody that knows anything about Europe knows that, at least at the very top, they were interbreeding and mixing and matching and doing so much shit that the meaning of being Russian or French or English or German or any of that stuff became meaningless. It's all the same. It was all the same people. And, guilty.
Interbreeding and mixing and matching has been going on for the history of not just Homo sapiens, but all the other hominids that came before us. That's why there's still Neanderthal DNA in people.
Speaking of which, I was so proud of my boy Tench Tillman, who was the right-hand aide to George Washington in the Revolutionary War. I've been, spouting my patriotism like, yeah, you guys, my family's been here. Dude, I looked into his Wikipedia page a little farther, and he married his cousin.
Nice.
So yeah, there's a little inbreeding in my past, just a little cousin
Yeah,
love.
As long as it wasn't a first cousin, it's probably okay.
I don't know. Who knows? I think it probably was. When you think about it, 16th century. There's probably only a couple of white girls here. It's like he probably had to marry his cousin, or who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I was.
Yeah, SNL did a great skit about that. The skit was like a dating show in Ireland, and two of the contestants were related to the guy that was the bachelor on the show.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And that quote improved their chances. It's a pretty good skit.
That reminds me of the Shane Gillis skit about when they're doing the Constitution and they try to figure out what the legal age for women is and who gets to go first.
That's all I've got.
How much time we got left?
We're at 50 minutes.
Oh shit!
We could wrap it up.
I was going to say it didn't seem like we'd been going that long.
There's a recording thing at the top of the screen that shows you how long we've been recording.
Yeah, it's not on any of my screens. Dude, he's been running back and forth over here because whenever you share something, you got to do something with this laptop. From now on, I don't see if I'm not using this. I don't know. You could just keep it over there.
Sure.
But yeah. So now that we've got the sound thing figured out, maybe Monday, our next episode, we can figure out how to keep my laptop on there and everything still works and I can run the clips.
Dean will be back.
Yep. All right.
Indeed, there's a learning curve.
Yeah, well, not only that. Did you ever figure out if you could just plug your laptop into the internet?
Yeah, I can do it. I do have to get an adapter. I can plug it in, get an adapter and run it Ethernet to like one of the USB ports.
Right.
The only thing that sadly I'll have to do then is I'll only be able to use the trackpad. I won't be able to use the mouse because the wireless mouse I'm using is taking up one of the USB ports.
Right.
And I only have two. The microphone takes up the other one. So
wait,
there's only two USB
Yeah,
ports.
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
that other
other
one's
ports. There's an HDMI, but that'll eventually be for a camera.
Right. All right. Well, 904-549-9024. Give us a call. Leave us a message. It'd be great to hear somebody leave a message other than me. Oh, before I forget, we should mention our friend of show, Scott, made a comment about our waiter nightmare shorts, something about how bad waiter nightmares are. Speaking of which, I tried to get Nurse Becca to come today, and I guess she's doing bartender gigs or something like that now because she said she worked last night or whatever. And I meant to ask her, I was like, do bartenders have bad dreams? Do they have bartender nightmares? Or is it just a
I'm
waiter
sure they
thing?
must.
I don't know.
I'm sure they must. Oh, speaking of, possible guests that, young Ethan, of course, will be leaving South Florida. And I threw him an invite today to see if he wanted to come on Friday the 13th, but I'm not sure if he's going to take me up on it.
That's the day he wants to have his party, his going-away party, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. We'll go right from here. Perfect, yeah. All righty. That's,
All right. Thanks, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.